What's up? Like I said, this is not one of my videos that I really want to do, but I had to get the word out of what happened. I know the last video I did was we talked about my car getting stolen from my complex area. So I'm going to give y'all guys a little update of what's going on. My car was found, as you know, it was taken on the 9th. It was found on the 10th, which I knew nothing about, so I had to do a lot of research and calling a lot of people to find out what was going on. So you might see me looking down every now and then because I want to do a timeline on exactly what happened. But first I want to thank everyone who shared my video, all my family and friends, and especially my wife. But I'll go into more detail as I go down this list to show you and tell you exactly what happened. We're going to go through some of the wonderful moments I had with the car. But the saddest one is what I found and what I heard about the car. So first we're going to go down the timeline of what happened the day that I found my car had been stolen. 8:45, I woke up, got ready to go to work. I walked outside, and I got a few areas that I would usually park my car in. One is directly in front of my apartment door, and one is on the side, and one is at a catty corner. So when I walked out, it was parked on the catty corner of the apartment. So I walked out, I seen that my car was missing, so I'm looking around. So at that time I walked back inside, as we all do. You know, we may miss a payment on our car, or we forget the payment, or we short of money that we can't pay our car. At this time my car was paid up, so the first thing I'm thinking of was my lien holder. So I came in, I called the lien holder to make sure my payments update, which they were. So at that time I called my wife and asked her, had she seen my car? She said no, she thought I had it, which, you know, she left to go to work before I did. So I went back outside where my car was parked, and then I called the insurance company. Within about 10 minutes my wife showed up, and I said I want to take off my hat for her because, you know, she did a lot to try to help me find this car. So that was around 9:15. So around 9:30 I called my insurance company, told them what was going on. My car was stolen, you know, from my apartment area. And around 9:50 my wife called my daughter, because the way my daughter sleeps, her room is pretty close to where my car was parked at. And around 1:30 and 2 o'clock she heard a noise, but at 13 I did not want her to go out and try to find out what was going on. And then around 10:30, you know, the police officer, he finally showed up. I gave him a description of, you know, of the car, told him what was going on, showed him the marks, which you'll see in this video where my car was like dragged from the parking area. You can see the marks on the ground, and it was lifted up with something, I was told maybe a tow truck, and it was taken from the area. Now I never knew anything, you know, I didn't get details on anything that was going on. I actually had to call my insurance company. We called OnStar. We call, I mean, anybody we can think of time we call. 5 days later, I finally got a hold of the ticket that was running the case, and he said at the time he had turned it over to an arson unit. So I was kind of surprised with arson unit, but he told me my car was burned. So what I wanted to know is how badly it was burned. He had pictures, but at the time it was going through the investigation process, and he wouldn't give me any more information. He wouldn't let me see the pictures. So from there, I had to go back to work. Like, I didn't go to work on the day of. I went to work the following day. So during my day at work, I was constantly calling my insurance company trying to find out what was going on, because no one was telling me anything. So my insurance company rep finally got a hold of the Fort Worth the police department, and they said they had picked up my car at 4:01 on the 10th, and it was burned. So during this whole process, it was basically me calling, trying to find out what was going on with my car, hoping, you know, that I would get it back, you know, in one piece, but that wasn't the case. So as days and, you know, like I say, weeks passed, I guess once the investigation was over, which I'm sure it is, because the adjuster for USA came He was asking me a bunch of questions about the car. You know, he wanted to see the keys. He wanted to see everything that was going on, you know, and so did the detective. Of course, when you go through a process like this, the investigator's going to be asking you a lot of questions. He asked me about my car payments, where I had the car at, where was the car located at, who will I think will target just my car and take it. Which, you know, I had no answers to none of that stuff because I wasn't a part of no car club. I didn't hang out downtown Fort Worth or Dallas. It was the gym, work, and home. And that night my car got taken. I was gonna go to the gym because I usually go to the gym. I work out like early in the morning, around 2-3 o'clock in the morning. But that particular night I didn't. I kind of stayed in the bed and I got lazy. And I mean, things happen. But what really got me was the cowardliness of someone stealing a car and burning it. So what you're about to see in this video, I hope y'all watch the video to the end. I'm going to tell you what you will see when you see this video. So what they did was they stripped the car completely. They took off the doors, they took out the engine, they took off the bumpers, they took out the seats, they took out the steering wheel. They took out everything that they can take off that car. They took it off and they burned the car completely. The day I went to see it, I just couldn't believe it. And I still can't believe this happened to me. Like I said, I don't bother anyone. I work. I go home and I just take care of my family. That's my main goal in life. But when you get something stolen that you work so hard for, regardless if it's a car, somebody breaking your house and steal something that you work so hard to get. That's what got me. People may say, "Oh, it was just a car, just a car." Yeah, but it was my car. It's something I paid, my money on, and I only had it for 4 or 5 months. Honestly, I made 4 payments on the car. A $34,000 car, I made 4 payments on it. Luckily, I had insurance. But what I will tell y'all guys before I end this video and go into showing the video of the car and some memories that I have of the car, just make sure your car is parked in a safe place, which I thought mine was. I live in a gated community. Make sure you have some type of gap insurance. Gap insurance is when if you still owe on your vehicle, that you have some insurance in between of what you owe on the car and what your insurance company will pay. Make sure you have OnStar. I had OnStar on the car, but I didn't have it activated, so no one could find the car. I mean, the car could not be traced at all. So that was another mistake. So once again, make sure you have OnStar. Make sure you have some type of tracker on your vehicle. Make sure that you have your car in a safe place. Like I said, my car had full coverage on it. So right now, my insurance company is on the last leg of deciding, what they're gonna do for his payoff on the car. I'm not for sure. I'm still in that waiting stage, and we'll go from there. But once again, I want to give a shout out to all my family members, all my Facebook friends who shared the first video that I did. I want to sincerely send a special thanks to my wife. She took off from work. We rode around to every community with the controls, trying to see if the car was in someone's garage. We went to every establishment on our corner that we thought may have got some type of video. Believe it or not, no one has cameras in none of the communities. No one have cameras that reach out to the road to see anything. So, even though we made this effort, my wife, we rode around, tried to get some type of footage of if someone had some film. No one had anything. But I'll give my hats off her. She posted on her Facebook. She posted it on Craigslist. She sent it out to all her friends. She did. And she did a lot of leg work. I mean, she did quite a bit. She told all the people at her job. So it was a lot of help out there trying to find this car, and I appreciate it, and I love her for that. But with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and hopefully that I'm letting y'all guys know something that you don't know when it comes to filing a claim or keeping your car in a safe area. So once again, enjoy the video. If y'all have any questions on the procedures that you will go through in a case like this, but I'm gonna tell you, they will. Like I said, it's their job. The investigator, they will question you, like like you had something to do with it. But I mean, that's a part of the job. It's a part of the job. But with that said, I appreciate it and enjoy the video. I didn't see that.